The minutiae of detailed mission planning is as relevant to me now as it was throughout my ADF career. We would never step off to conduct a beach reconnaissance mission or a counter-terrorism recovery mission without first testing, rehearsing and adjusting a detailed plan so it was absolutely clear in the mind of every single team member. As veterans ourselves, we are acutely aware of the need to recognise and meet the challenges that veterans face transitioning from defence into civilian life. But I'd also like to acknowledge the extraordinary value of the training I received whilst in defence, as I believe these skill sets give us veterans an edge as civilian entrepreneurs and particularly in the defence industry. Here are a few of those. Don't plan in isolation. Be thorough, be realistic, and continue to wargame. Be humble and listen. Seek honest feedback and input. Adjust accordingly. Lead. People first, always. Defence values make an amazing foundation for your business and keep you on track throughout your decision-making processes. Risk assess. This is a new world. Test and adjust accordingly. Pursue a balance. Trust your gut. For good or bad, it's usually right. Things still don't always go as planned. Remain resilient and flexible. Be realistic. Recognise an emotional response versus a practical response. Recognise your subject matter experts and rely on them. Security. I distinctly remember, and this still resonates with me, the current CDF talking to industry personnel stating, "DISP, if you don't take this seriously, you are dead to me. Am I clear?" You all know it. You've all lived and breathed it. Adopt it and adhere to it. Logistics. You can't fight a war or provide a product unless you have a robust and sustainable supply chain in place. Use your network, but respect it. It's a two-way street. Be tenacious and gain the initiative when required. Ownership. You will make mistakes. Own them. Never stop evolving. Continue to educate and challenge yourself and your team. I'm immensely grateful to Defence for those foundations, but there were also some things I had to learn and learn them fast. Financial modelling, financial structures, business structures, contracts, funding, taxation, accounting, and don't ever underestimate the power or the cost of marketing. There is no point in having the most amazing widget in the world if no one hears about it or understands it. Communicate appropriately. You're not in defence anymore. And a lesson that I've had to learn the hard way. Ensure all your contracts, even those with trusted suppliers, are crystal clear and watertight. And finally, as a former Navy clearance diver, and especially one that's worked in special operations, and it's a little hard to admit this, and I know I'm going to upset a few people by saying this, it's not all about looking good. The time and energy spent in back of house and administrative matters has been critical from the outset. They may not be sexy, but they are essential, and without them, a grand idea will remain just that, a grand idea.